Welcome back to Askewed Reviews. And today I'm reviewing a film that's currently in theaters. And that would be the 2025 film Death of a Unicorn, directed and written by Alex Sharfman. So just from seeing the trailer, I knew this was going to be a horror comedy, but I was very curious as to how much of it was going to be horror and how much of it was going to be comedy, and this ended up being a great blending of both. So if you've ever been curious as to what a beautiful, majestic, fantastical unicorn would be like as a horrifying monster, now is your chance. Now, here's the concept for this one. We have our two main characters of Elliot and Ridley, a father and daughter played by Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega. Now, the two of them are heading off to the Canadian wilderness. They're not doing this to go camping, though. In fact, Paul Rudd's character of Elliot has been offered a job opportunity because he is an attorney, and now he's going to go and work for a CEO of a pharmaceutical company named Odell. Now, Odell lives in the middle of nowhere on this giant palatial estate. Along with him are his wife Belinda and their son Shepard. There's also some servants that work for them as well. Now, on the way to Odell's home, Elliot and Ridley end up in a car accident where they unfortunately hit an animal. And as you can probably assume from the title, that animal happens to be a unicorn. Now, in the universe of this film, unicorns are not a common occurrence. So this is absolutely shocking to both of these characters. But they decide to end up putting the creature into the back of their vehicle and continue on to Odell's home. Once they get there, they try to act like everything's okay, but it does not take very long for everyone else to discover the unicorn in the back of their vehicle. Now, there does end up being another shocking discovery, as the blood of the unicorn apparently has healing properties. And over the course of the film, they begin to realize that there may be no end to what this can heal, which becomes increasingly more interesting to Odell as he is actually dealing with a form of cancer where he may not be alive for much longer. It's at this point in the story that pretty much everyone but Ridley starts having dollar signs in their eyes when they look at the body of this unicorn, realizing how much potential money they could make from having a cure for everything. So, of course, the potential of lots of money and even a cure for cancer would be amazing if it weren't for one big issue. You see, the unicorn that got hit is not the only unicorn in the world. Our characters soon realize there are more and they are out for revenge. So, as I mentioned near the beginning, this ended up being a great blend of horror and comedy. The death scenes alone in this are absolutely fantastic. Some of them are definitely more expected than others because, it's a unicorn that's coming after everyone, but there are definitely ones that are absolutely shocking. One of the best parts of this film are definitely the characters. They're really fun, quirky, and interesting, and there are actually quite a few actors in this movie that I didn't even realize were going to be in it. So, at least for me on my scale, I'm giving Death of a Unicorn a 3 out of 5, and I absolutely recommend going and checking this out while it is in theaters. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Skewed Reviews. And if there's any other films coming to theaters that you think I should watch and do a review for, please mention them in the comments.